Hello friends, I am Dr. Anupama Goel, working as an assistant professor in botany in Vianney College of Science and Management, Calvert, and I welcome you all on behalf of GRU KPU. Today I will deliver my lecture on the alga Vauqueria. Well friends, as you are well aware that Vauqueria is a cerucidic alga, it is a siphonaceous alga, it is a filamentous alga. In Vauqueria myandensis, the thallus consists of two types of systems, the underground rhizoidal system as you are seeing in the diagram and the erect aerial branches. Well, the cell of the filament or the wall of the filament is thin and elastic and it consists of two layers, the outer layer of the pactic substances and the inner layer of the cellulosic substances. Well friends, as you are seeing in the diagram, there is a large central siphonaceous vacuole which runs through the length of the thallus, and this large siphonaceous vacuole contains the degenerated chloroplast and the crystals. The reserve of food material in Vauqueria is in the form of oil, that is in the form of the colorless droplets. Now friends, I move towards the pigments in Vauqueria. Well, the pigments are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B and xanthophyll. The protoplasm or the cytoplasm of the Vauqueria alga shows streaming movement and it contains numerous mitochondria, nuclei and chromatophores. As you are seeing in the diagram, nuclei are lying towards the center and the chromatophores are lying towards the periphery, and the Vauqueria is aseptate, but the septa are formed during the formation of the reproductive structures in Vauqueria. Well friends, now I am moving towards the reproduction in Vauqueria. It occurs by asexual reproduction. It occurs by means of multinucleate and multiflagellate zoospores. These zoospores are called as the synzoospores. These zoospores are produced in club-shaped zoosporangia at the tip of the filament or at the tip of the lateral branches. Later on, these zoosporangia get separated from the rest of the thallus by means of a separate filament. And now I move towards the aplanospores. Well, aplanospores are thin-walled globose structures which are produced in aplanosporangia at the tip of the filament, and later on I move towards the sexual reproduction. Well friends, as you are well aware, it occurs by means of specialized sex organs, that is the antheridium and the oogonium, and the species of Vauqueria are homothallic in nature, that is monoecious, and some are heterothallic, that is dioecious. Well friends, now I take step by step the development of the antheridium in Vauqueria. Development of the antheridium begins in the form of long curved cylindrical structures at the tip of the filament. Large number of nuclei and the chromatophores, they accumulate at the tip of the filament, and later on a septum is formed to separate the filament from the rest of the thallus. Now my dear friends, the nuclei divide mitotically, and as a result of which many uninucleate protoplasmic segments are formed, and each uninucleate segment gives rise to a spindle-shaped biflagellate anthozoid. Now I take development of the oogonium. Development of the oogonium begins as a small protuberance at the base of the antheridium, and this occurs by the accumulation of the cytoplasm and the nuclei. So my dear friends, this dense mass of multinucleate cytoplasm is called wandoplasm, and later on this becomes curved and spherical. It is called as oogonium. Now friends, I am summing my lecture by coming or moving towards fertilization. Well, fertilization in Vauqueria occurs by the following way, as shown in the diagram. The apical beak of the oogonium gelatinizes, and as a result of which a drop of cytoplasm oozes out from the apical beak of the oogonium, and a large number of anthozoids are liberated from the anthozoids. These anthozoids are entangled in this colorless drop of cytoplasm. Only one of the anthozoids enters the oogonium, and the anthozoid male nucleus is smaller in size than that of the female nucleus in the beginning, so it gradually increases in size, and later on when it becomes equal in size to that of the female nucleus, the two nuclei fuse to form the zygote. Now I am starting my lecture by saying the zygote undergoes resting period during the unfavorable conditions, but as soon as the favorable conditions arise, the zygote germinates rapidly to give rise to a new siphonoecious thallus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For more details, kindly visit our website www.brookeapo.com.